Gentlemen of the command staff, be advised, the reason we're here is former officer Willow Ghost has requested re-entry into the police department. This is her command level staff ORB board. I will start off. First off, Willow, appreciate you showing up. So my issue, my things with as far as you coming back, is everyone has freedom of choice. They don't have freedom of consequences. Repetitively, you have threatened to purposely Green Book officers. You called command level staff derogatory names, racial slurs. You threatened me personally with green tickets when you were the one in the wrong. Your conduct as a police officer, you have had some good times. I can remember working with you. You were an excellent asset, a part of the training recruiting department. We're advancing well. And then all of a sudden, it just things start going downhill. Every time you get pissed off because you don't get something you want, then your response is to retaliate and troll the police department. Several times you've shot at cops out there. Your conduct buying, outside of PD, on vacation, committing violations on vacation, not setting a good example as a senior officer. So far, that's all I've got for you. Do you have Gcash?
No, I'll hand it over. Sylvester, your turn. You can go, bro. See what you got to say. Then we'll go around the room and then we'll ask some questions and give her an opportunity.
Well, for many times that I saw, you do good for a bit. You try to drive to something, and then you I don't know what you do or what's going on, but you always end up crashing out. Like Eddie said, it's always the same thing over. You treat us like shit. You call us name. You do stuff like that, but then you try to come back all the time and doing stuff like that. It's always the same routine over and over, and it's not a good conduct to show other officers. At the end of the day, we're trying to have something good, but yes, you did do some goods when you're on your best behavior, but then you always seem to crash every few weeks. Like, it's always the same routine from what I'm getting all the time, but that's my opinion at this point right now. Troy?
Same thing, pretty much. Both of them, Eddie and Sylvester said, lines up perfect. You were on vacation, and while I was on vacation, and you were sitting at the back of PDG shooting officers as they were coming out, and I told you to stop doing that, and you just continue. So, and then I was right with Cash when you called him the name you called him, and so what's going to be different? I don't see much of anything going to be different. You crash out like they say because you don't have something go your way. Every time we don't have something go our way, we can't just be crashing out, and it's not good conduct that we need in PD.
Mommy. Hunter, I need you to be quiet. No, you can wait.
No, yeah, I agree. These three right here in front of me pretty much stated all the facts. And I don't that hard word that you said. I definitely don't tolerate it, and I won't accept it. Nor, it's just unnecessary, and if you want to be honest, racist in a way. But that word should not be said in general, no matter what, even if you are a fucking XPD gang member, fucking anything, it doesn't matter. If someone wanted to turn that in, you could have gotten a very, very lengthy, vacation. But no one did, because that's not what we do here, unless it's something serious, you know what I mean? Which, that's pretty serious, but we're not like that to, a fellow officer
Oh, I did.
or
I did
ex-officer.
turn a green.
Yeah, she got a vacation.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what, I mean, you did it yourself. I mean, it all stems to, you're doing. That's what led up to this, is all because of your actions that you've done. I just want to know what's going to change. Like, if we were to, accept you back into the PD, what would change? Because like what Sylvester said, like, every time you don't get your way, for some reason you tend to crash out. Or if something doesn't go your way, you tend to crash out. You want to go on a vacation to, to decide if you want to stay in PD or something like that. It's always something like that. And we can't, we can't have that kind of, morale in this department, I should say.
Go. I am in a meeting. Go.
No.
Bentley.
Alright, 10-4. Fucking So, Willow, I'll open the floor for you, then I have some questions, of some things that I want to ask you, including, but not limited to, your conversation with Kicker, downstairs, but you can, go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, DFG Cash. I have a couple other things, So also add to the record, Willow has put out hits on DFG Cash and Mason, as well as threatened several administrative actions against command level staff, things like that as well.
Oh yeah, facts. 10-4. What'd you say, Mason?
Apparently, he said sorry.
Okay, well, I accept your apology. All right, Willow. We'll open the floor for you. You can share whatever's on your mind.
So every single one of you are correct. I fucked up. I fucked up big time. Y'all are saying every time that I do it. I've only done it twice. I've been in PD for over a year. PD is the only thing I know. And the first time I got let out was the LTG thing over a stupid, game glitch that caused an extra charge. Sylvester knows. I don't think I really crashed out then, but the other two times that I crashed out was when I didn't agree with the rep, because at the time I didn't understand that, I hadn't gotten the rep because this was during Cash's term. I, got a rep for, I don't even know what it was anymore, but I also had another rep on me that I didn't realize had happened because I believe I'd also gotten a ban at that point. So, the ban and the rep I thought were together. And yeah, I got upset about that rep and I shouldn't have. No, it was something other than Rate the Leader. Like, maybe Rate the Leader was the one that was stuck on, but there was something afterwards that Cash had to rep me for. And I flipped out. I know I shouldn't have. And, I agreed at it. Was it that? Like I said, I don't remember. But then this one, I was upset because, I'd been told I was getting a suit and, I kept hearing, we need more, we need more, we need more. I gave a lot to this department and that's what I don't understand is why you guys needed more. And I shouldn't have flipped out, but, I didn't agree with the whole suit thing. I got over it. I got repped out because I was stupid and I did shoot while on vacation when I shouldn't have, even though it was a clipped video and clipped out that I had, thrown up my macros and everything, but, that is what it is. I shouldn't have threatened people. I was upset because I put in a month of hard work to get to where I was, and I felt betrayed. A lot of people don't see it my way. NRP, IRL, I do have mental health issues, and I struggle with that. And even IRL, when things don't go my way, I do tend to lash out, and then I immediately regret it. I'm trying to work on myself as a better person. The green and blue tickets, yeah, I was upset. And I filed those, and, whatever happened. shouldn't matter if I file green or blue tickets if I feel like something has been done wrong. Threatening staff, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but, you know, hindsight is 2020. There's a lot of things that I shouldn't have done that I did. As far as Troy saying I was on vacation shooting at PDG, I was not on vacation shooting at PDG. I had already been dismissed at that point. So I was in the middle of my crash out when you saw me while you were on vacation because they let me go on a PD 357. So there was that. As far as me always crashing out, I am not always crashing out. This was 2 times that things just got a hold of me and shouldn't have, and, you know, I regret every single little bit of it. Like I told Cash, like I told a lot of people, I don't even know where that word came from. I was extremely pissed because Cash was, you know, in a sense, to me, he was crashing out on me, saying I can't shoot and this, that, and the other. And to me, that was an insult to my character, so I lashed out and I called him something I shouldn't have. To be honest, I've never even used that word in my life. And,
What did you say I was doing?
I felt I felt you were crashing out on me a little bit because you were saying I can't shoot and all this other stuff. And, you know, that's why I got pissed, because I felt you were picking on me a little bit. I shouldn't have done what I did, and like I said, I do apologize for it, and I can never express how sorry I am. And, you know, I'm trying to work on myself. I'm trying to prove myself that I am not a crash out. And, you know, I've put a lot of work and dedication into this department. If you look at my workbook, literally all I've done is PD. PD is the only thing I ever know. I've talked to all the officers downstairs, and 98% of them want me back. Like, I mean, I know I messed up. From now on, if I do get to come back, if I ever get upset like that, I'm just gonna log off. I'm not gonna, you know, crash out. I'm not gonna take vacations anymore, because clearly vacations are what's getting me in trouble. You know, vacations are my biggest mistake, clearly, because I get bored after 2 or 3 days and get into trouble, and it comes back and bites me in the ass. So, I mean, I don't know how much more I can say. I'm sorry, and I regret everything that I did, and, you know, I really hope y'all give me another chance. Everybody deserves another chance, so I'm hoping y'all consider it.
Let me ask you this, Will. So you stated suit, on a suit. So you've earned that before. I mean, I've been in this department with you a long time. I've worked with you on the please. Let me finish, please.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, my phone's acting up.
So it's not about a respect I have for you. I mean, you definitely you earned respect. I've seen you. I've worked with you. You were a huge asset to the SRT team. We worked together for a long time. I've seen your parts to make you an asset. I mean, you did a great job being a part of the TRD team and being a training instructor. You excelled there. Let me ask you this. So, your goal is to be a suit. What do you think? What do you think the conduct, and what do you think you need to do to earn that? You've earned it before. So, what do you think that you could have done differently, or that would convince the command level staff to promote you to a suit?
Honestly, if I come back, I'm not even going to chase a suit. If it comes, it comes. I mean, you know, I put a lot of work in. I'm dedicated, you know, all that stuff. But I definitely need to have an attitude adjustment, and I'm going to work on that. You know, I felt like, you know, it was time for my suit. I deserved the suit. I earned the suit, all this, that, and the other. I was more focused on the suit than the job. So at this point, you know, I'm not even going to chase it. If it comes, it comes.
So let me ask you this, too. Are you more interested in the title of being a suited officer, or what is your purpose? What is your goal?
So my goal originally, when Cash took over and when Jordan took over, was to get back to my LTG spot, because I felt like that got ripped away from me over something stupid. And to be honest, I kind of still held a grudge over it, but, you know, it didn't get me anywhere. It got me absolutely nowhere. So, I mean, a suit is a cool thing to have. You know, you get to, you know, be more into the department. I hate to say it this way, but you have a little bit more power over the department. Like, people look to suits and they see respect. They come to suits first for, you know, questions and all this, that, and the other. And, you know, I wanted that, but honestly, now, like I said, I really don't want it. Like I said, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, to me at the time, the suit was more important than anything. It was like something for me to prove myself that, yes, I am still, you know, suit worthy. I am still a badass. I'm, you know, all this. I've worked hard for it. I don't even know how to explain it, but I felt like it was going to be my redemption, but it turned out to be my downfall.
Okay. I mean, that's fair enough. I definitely appreciate your integrity. Let me ask you this. So, say you were accepted back in the police department, what would your goal be? What would be your goal, and what do you think you would do that's going to make you an asset to the police department and change?
I'm going to get more in depth into the police department. I mean, I was dispatcher, I was FTF. I helped out a little bit here and there with training. I'm hoping to resume all of those roles again. And, you know, instead of just doing my own thing and also just focusing on FTF or dispatch, I'm hoping to, you know, be there for officers that can help, like what am I trying to say? Like, be there for, you know, supervisor calls and stuff like that, because I have the experience. Before they never really called me for supervisor calls, but I want to make myself more known. Like, hey, I'm here to help, instead of just, going out on wanteds or going out on patrols and stuff like that. I want to help the department better itself, like I used to, back when I was LTG. Like, I want to get back to where people came to me for help, and where I was more visible, if you know what I mean.
So what I'm getting at is your goal is to come back to the police department and mentor junior officers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Fair. Anybody else have any other questions for Willow?
So yeah. So you've already addressed the whole suit thing and stuff like that. I think a lot of what made up some of your actions after you were dismissed was that suit thing. Even up until Monday, was it no Thursday, when we had SRT and FTF training, you sent me a message, something saying, you know, yeah, it was solidified that you would never get a suit because you see that Hood got his instantly. Everything, you know, was revolved around the suit. However, I just want to go back to the whole reasoning that you got dismissed. Right, you keep saying clip video and all this other stuff. I just want to make it known that myself, nobody in this room, including Chief, nobody in this room, nobody sent us a body cam. Nobody sent us, you know, a message saying, hey, Willow is out in the front. You were free cammed by admin. Admin, Helper Josh free cammed you. And in the free cam, you can see him saying, put your weapon away, da-da-da-da-da-da, and you just didn't pay attention. So it led to the admin jail. When you were admin jailed, you said Helper Josh is, you know, falsely jailing people for some bullshit, whatever. Admin saw that. That's where it started off with your reprimand for the PD6 for that. And then the next day, that's when Admin Tony did the PD3, 5, and 7. When myself and Mason was sitting here telling you, you know, what the outcome of things were. Your exact words were, you know, fuck this. This is going to be the biggest mistake that you guys will regret. And that you're going to put a blue ticket in on us. And my exact words were, how are you going to put a blue ticket on somebody when this wasn't our doing? This is admin's doing. You just, you know, did all that. Fast forward 3 days ago, 3 days ago, you put in a blue ticket. And, right, you know, nothing happened. I hate to say it that way, but nothing happened because we weren't the ones who dismissed you. And stuff like that. As far as the blacklist, myself, Mason, and Chief, we can blacklist anybody. I mean, you see me do it all my whole term. Right, the whole nigger stuff. It's a different when, you know, you're joking around, say, "Oh my God, what's up?" You know, like nigga and nigger is totally different. You said nigger, stupid ass nigger. And you can ask Kicker, the person that you was just sitting downstairs talking to, when I got the body cam from Foster, of you saying that you got a video of me holding a gun in the green zone and saying nigga. two totally different things. Number one, but number two, like, right, you sit here and say you want to change and stuff like that. Why is the focal point of your conversations always has something to do with getting officers hemmed up? Like, I mean, you're sitting down there ready, waiting for an ORB, and you sitting here talking about what I got going on. That don't make sense to me. Right, you know, you put hits out on my head. When you said I was targeting you, I wasn't targeting you. You put a hit out on me for $1 million, and you tried to kill me at the Tesla charging stations, and so I killed you. And so yes, the same way you trolled me and put a hit out on me, I'm gonna talk shit and say you can't shoot. That's still no reason to sit here and call me a stupid ass nigger, but yet justify your actions. Every time you do something and there's a consequence for it, you crash out and you blame everybody else but yourself. And this isn't the first time. It's been a thing during my term. It's a repeated cycle. And so, you know, you sit here and say what you want to do, but the moment, right, there's always rank. There's a rank structure. Getting your badge, getting your vest, getting your scarf prior to getting a suit. What happens if something happens negatively in that whole time frame that you don't agree with, that causes discipline to you? How do you respond? Right? That's what I'm looking at. As far as 98% of the department, you know, once you back here, people talk a lot. People say everything that you want them to hear in your face. Behind your back, questionable, right? Because if I called up 5-10 officers right now, they're gonna say no, because everybody knows that you called me a nigger, right? There's been talks and stuff, that conversations that, you know, you've been having with everybody else, and stuff like that. I know this stuff because everybody tells me. We know this stuff because everybody tells us. And so, right, all of this stuff, you're admitting, you know, IRL, I don't really care about people's IRL in this video game stuff. Taking that into consideration, things of that nature. Me personally, my personal opinion is, there has been no time frame to where anybody can evaluate what your intentions are, being that, again, just 25 minutes ago, you were on floor 1 talking about me in this body cam that you got. In which I will tell you, like I tell anybody else, open up a ticket. You know, that's just my, you know, my perspective. Open up a ticket. But either way, yeah, that's my standpoint. My question to you, my only question to you is, hypothetically, you were, you know, enrolled back into PD. Let's say a week from today. You know, a decision's made that negatively impacts you. What's going to be your response?
I would accept it, and then, you know, if I got upset about it, I'd take whatever it is and then immediately log out, so that way this doesn't happen again. I'm not gonna let this, you know, ruin me again, because I'm a good officer. Everybody knows I'm a good officer. You know, I want another chance. Like I said, I've been PD for over a year. It's all I know. It's all I love. It's what I'm loyal to.
My next question is, would you think it's fair, taking into consideration things that happen in my term and this current term, when people do the exact same stuff that you've done and they're blacklisted for the entire term? John Duke, Infidel Mecca, you know, Opie Winston, this current term, Big Vito, right? You know, these people were blacklisted, can't come back. Do you think it's fair, and do you think it shows fairness to the department, with considering everything that you've done, we let you back in the department? Do you think that's fair?
No, but that is what an ORB is for the department to decide. And Messer and Abraham did come back, and now look at them. I mean, they're killing it. So, I mean...
Yeah, they came back in a new term. They had an ORB with Commander in my term, and that was shut down. This is a new term, so I get that. But yeah, right, ORB isn't a thing. I created the ORB here. It's not something that admin says that we have to do. So if we don't do an ORB, we don't do an ORB. Can't nobody say anything, because I was the one who implemented the ORB here during my term. This is your ORB. The same way Sylvester went through an ORB with command. Abraham went through an ORB with command. Vito went through an ORB with command. Opie and Lola went through an ORB with command. You're going through an ORB with a command.
No, not right now.
And the thing is,
I'm sorry, Sylvester. Go ahead, brother.
Hang on, Hunter.
and the thing too, right? When I came back, Willow, you gotta understand, as I was a badge officer, or I was vested, or I get a suit, I didn't give a damn fuck what you're getting. At the end of the day, you do work with everything you can anytime you own. As you're a badge or vested or suited or unbadged, you got to put in the work no matter what. Even if you don't get promoted, it doesn't matter. The work keeps going all the time. You got to help out. Everybody has to help out as a family. This suit means nothing to me. I don't care. Right now, they could put me to a badge right now. I wouldn't even give a damn. No, it's just about helping, doing the work, helping other officers. It's not about myself. It's about everybody together to work together. And so often, you just think about yourself often, but don't think about the consequences, about the other officers. They're trying to learn. They're here. That's what we're here for. Make them be police officer. This suit means nothing. It means nothing if you don't do it for everybody else. It has to mean something.
Yeah, I mean, also, well, I mean, you got to understand, you know, with rank comes responsibility too. And the more the more you move up, the more shit that you take on, more responsibility. The more you need to be more active. The more you better know what you're doing. You better be knowledgeable of the PD, the RP rules, all those type of things. You better be able to guide junior officers with the right information, as well as, if you was in question, you didn't understand why. If you thought that you had earned a vest, you should have approached the command staff. We got to get the command staff together and ask, hey, what am I doing wrong, or what do I need to do to achieve, this rank that I would like to achieve? What do I do? That's what we're here for. We're all on the same team. I don't think anybody in this room right now would have not, tried to give you the mentorship or led you in the direction towards achieving that rank, or led you, hey, Will, this is what you need to do. This is where you need to pick up a little bit, man. Respectfully, and that's where, that's the problem. Like I said, I had the utmost respect for you. Worked with you a long time. I've seen, I've seen good in you. I'm more of a like a brother, man. I'm disappointed. I would have never expected this out of you. I'm more disappointed than anything.
Yeah, I seen it, buddy.
Yeah, it shocked the shit out of me too. You can ask it. I mean, you can hear my reaction in Cash's video.
And me, it's been 2 years I've been here, Willow, in Hills Police. 2 years. And I saw so many times you crash out. And more than, and I just ignore and I try to say, hey, she does good things, Willow. She does also some good stuff, and then you turn around, you do some other stuff, and then you crash out on people. You do this, you do that. Like, it's like a full cycle every month or so, I don't know what's going on, or anything that pisses you off, you just start taking on the department, or you taking on other officers like it's not something to do. I deal with stuff RL too, but it's my stuff. I don't bring it in here. In here, I come in here and I help with the department, make sure they get the training, help with training if they need hiring or this or that, wherever the fuck they need me, I just do it. That's what we have to do. That's it. No question asked.
Yeah.
Other than the last couple of times, I've never crashed out. I mean, I don't understand why you think.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you did. And I've been here 2 years, Willow, and I know a lot of the officers that was here from Hills. A lot of them. The one, I never once freaking crashed out on the department. And even when I left and Cash was there, and I came see him a few times and I played with them a couple of times, I put macros. I never crashed out on them, never called them name. I came even in the office with Cash and had a few talks with him, and we're just talking from me to him. And yeah, that's it, that's all, Like, why crash out? We know we have the trolls everywhere. We have everybody trying to always be on us. But then you leave and then start calling us name, killing us, doing stuff like that. You know how insulting is that? And you know we deal with trolls every motherfucking day. You know how insulting is that?
Yeah, that's what I mean by I don't lost total respect for you, but I'm definitely very disappointed in you. I would have never, ever thought we'd be in this situation.
Yeah, no, I agree, 110%. From my perspective as chief, and shit, you know, like I tell people, you know, if people say, "Oh, you're gunning for me," or "You don't want me here," you know how simple it is for me to press a button that says dismiss and get rid of you. If I don't want people here, shit, if I feel like they're, you know, a threat or a nuisance to the department, it would have been so simple for me to get rid of you, and stuff like that. And I didn't. Right, you know, I remember before your last time leaving when I was chief, I hounded your ass. I said, "Get your XP up. Get your XP up. Do what you got to do. My term's almost over. Get your XP up," and stuff like that. And you know, and so I don't, you know, I think we all speak for each other when we say that we want people to succeed. I'm not going to sit here and just smile in somebody's face and, you know, not like them behind. I'm just not that person. I'm straightforward. I'm blunt. I keep it 100. And shit like that, but you know, it just reverts back to the same thing. You know what I mean? I think history is just kind of repeating itself. We're trying to ensure that it doesn't happen again. My own thing is, this is just my personal perspective. I think it's a little bit too soon to gauge that theory of whether or not, you know, this is the best move for you. But what we'll do, I mean, do you have anything else you want to say? I'll let you have the floor again. Then we'll deliberate. And stuff like that, and then I'll bring you down. I'll let you go down to floor 1, and then we'll have somebody come pick you back up when we're ready for you again.
I mean, the only thing I say is just give me another chance, because, I mean, my record speaks for itself. Yeah, I've crashed out a couple of times. I don't always crash out. I promise I'm not a crash out. I've worked hard in the department. I've helped officers in the past. I want to be the best officer I can be. Like I said, PD's the only thing I know, and PD's the only thing I love. And, you know, I don't know how much more clear I have to make this, but I am 100%, I'm 100% sorry. Like I said, I don't even know where that word came from. I've never said it at all. And to be honest, I didn't even realize it was that bad of a word. And I know you guys are going to call bullshit, but I really didn't, because I grew up not knowing that shit. So, you know, I hear people say it, and it just slipped out. I didn't realize how bad it was. So, I am sorry. I will do everything I can to, you know, avoid this from happening again.
So you said you didn't realize. I'm sorry. I thought we were done here, but you just said you didn't realize how bad of a word nigger was.
Correct. I've heard people say, you know, nigga and nigger, so I thought they were the same thing. Like, literally. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but I grew up in the middle of nowhere and wasn't taught, you know, the differences and shit. So I honestly had no idea there was a difference between nigga and nigger.
They're the same shit at the end of the day, but it all depends how you say it to somebody. Like, there's a way to say it without, for me being a brother to a brother, you know, and having a good friend, you know, there's a way to say it, but there's another way that you can insult and be insulting. Like, you gotta be very careful. If you just don't say it, it doesn't matter. It's still the same freaking word at the end of the day, Willow.
I gotcha. Well, I can guarantee you I'm never gonna say it again. 100%.
Tough. All right. Head down to floor 1. Stuff like that. If an officer bothers you, just tell them that you're waiting for command.
Okay.
Hey, Mom. Mom, what do you want? Hey, Mom. Mom. Mm.